Running. Now I've read many a books on running. Believe me.
1. Improved technique. 2. Muscular strength and endurance.
But nowhere in these books does it mention the one thing that I think is imperative to making you a better ultra runner. Now if you're about to run your first ultra marathon, or you're an experienced ultra marathon runner and you haven't been training downhill, when you come to the downhills, it places greater stress on your quadriceps. Their job when you're running downhill is to absorb the impact. Oi, stop. I know what you're thinking. Absorb the impact of each step. If you haven't trained to do this, trust me, you're going to be very sore if you were doing a trail ultramarathon. Without getting too scientific, we've got eccentric and concentric movements. When we run downhill, your muscles hit the floor when you're still in the eccentric phase of the movement. Well, basically contract and lengthen when they're still under tension. Trust me when I say this. If you're going down a steep hill, this is going to cause fatigue. So if you're running an ultramarathon, I urge you to start putting downhill specific sessions into your plans. Not only will they improve your technique by forcing you to maintain control, slightly leaning forward, shortening the step, quickening the turnover. Depending on the gradient, you can also conserve some energy if you're not putting on the brakes all the time. Now, it goes without saying, running downhill requires a lot of focus mentally, so you avoid falling. Answer me this. Have you ever got late in an ultramarathon and your legs are absolutely fried because you've been coming up and down? That is telling you haven't trained enough downhill. We see day in, day out, people doing hill reps, hill sprints, hilly long runs. Yet, nobody ever trains downhill. If you're planning to do your first ultramarathon, or you've done many, try adding downhill reps into your weekly sessions, and I guarantee it's going to make you a better ultramarathon runner. And you won't find that in any of the books you read. Without getting too scientific-y, by forcing you to maintain... If you're planning to do your first... By forcing you to maintain...